Welcome to some new r/petty revenge stories, where people share stories of small victories over those that wronged them. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Stairs for Safety. This happened a few years ago when I was graduating. For our graduation project, 3 of my friends and I had to visit a special one-of-a-kind farm for a whole year. My friends and I were driving on a road leading to different farms, and where I live the maximum speed on this kind of road is 80 km per hour, unless otherwise indicated. However, as we are nearing the end of the year, we had gone to this farm many times before and were comfortable driving 90 to 95 km per hour on said road. As we were driving, a different car approached us at high speed and began tailgating us. At first we thought it could be a police officer in a civilian car, but the car was an old modified BMW, which the police certainly does not use. And the person in it honestly did not look like he was the type to become a police officer. We were looking for a spot to possibly pull over, but that was not possible due to ditches and trees being too close to the road. My friend who was driving actually sped up a bit, but the person behind us was still tailgating and was even flashing his lights at this point. Suddenly I had the idea of my friend and we were sitting in the backseat turning around and staring into that man's eyes. So we turned around and stared into that man's eyes with a blank, emotionless and dead stare, as if we wanted to consume his soul. We could see him get physically awkward and he tried not to look at us. However, as he was right up our rear, that proved to be really difficult for him. He eventually slowed down and stayed a good 15 meters behind us and flashing his lights no more. We still continued to stare at him though, just to be sure he kept his distance. The next story is called It Will Be Alright. I used to live in a small house on a small block with very narrow front lawns, with neighbors very close by. The family over the road had 5 boys from about 18 down to 7. They were loud, obnoxious and their way was right. Always doing burnouts, revving their crap cars with straight pipes, etc. They had a dozen cats that would be out all night, pissing on everything, killing birds and other wildlife. I turned the hose on 2 cats I saw in my garden. The mom saw it and wasn't the least bit happy. I just waved at her. They would occasionally send the youngest over to try to talk to me about Jesus, and he would tell me I'm going to hell for my sins. Anyway, mom had a car, dad had a car, the 2 eldest had a car each, and there was a project car. Nowhere near enough space for these cars, so they would park 1 or 2 up the road at a park and walk down. One day, one son decided to park on my front lawn. No biggie, 1 or 2 days won't matter, I'm pretty accommodating. A few days later, it was still there. I saw the dad and said I needed the car moved. It was moved and I mowed the lawn. It was a very nice lawn. Green, thick, healthy, one of the better ones in my street. That afternoon the car was back on my freshly mowed lawn. This isn't going to resolve itself. I saw them again the next day and said they can't keep parking on my lawn. They have their own space or keep parking up the street. You've only got 1 car, we have 5 cars, we need the space. Yep, well, the park is a 1-minute walk away, keep parking there. The car was parked back on my lawn again. I saw the dad, never saw the son and said he needs to move the car. I'm doing some gardening and don't want to damage it and don't want it in my way. It will be alright, he told me. Like heck it will. So I got off bags of blood and bone and threw out heaps of it. It stank. In the garden, on the lawns, some got on the car. Whatever. Dad said it would be fine. About 30 minutes later the son gets in his car to go out. I hear him go, "Oh, what the heck," and he slammed his car door and drove off. The son never said anything to me, but the dad was pretty upset. He told me how much the car stank from whatever it was I did to my garden. And the son was angry because some girl he liked wouldn't get in the car with him. I just said, it's okay, it will be alright. He stopped parking there after that. The last story is called Short Revenge. I have a short friend. He's 160 and I don't know how much it is in inches, but it's pretty short and he struggled with it for a long time and was super insecure about it. He is one of the coolest and funniest people I know and super extroverted around us. But the second someone new is around, he switches and becomes super shy and quiet. And it takes some time and trust to get to see his other side. Anyway, he worked so much on it, and I mean so much. He has come a long way in understanding his height doesn't define him, accepting himself and being more open and outgoing. Before you say anything, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being introverted. It just feels like he was introverted because of his height and now he tries to explore other possibilities. I'm super proud of him. A while ago we were at a party. Me, him and some other friends, and really it was a small party, only like 30 to 40 people, so we kind of knew everyone in there. Feeling like this was a good opportunity, my short friend mustered up the courage at some point and went to dance. I don't really know what happened, if there were any other words said or something, but this guy started laughing at him for guess what and picked him up. Like literally threw him over his shoulder, and my friend lost it. Started crying and hitting the guy in the back while everyone around laughed, and it sucked to see. I and some friends got in there, we almost fought the guy and his friends, and all ended up with us leaving. Last night there was another party, at which my friend didn't come, but the rest of us went. It was fun until we saw the jerk who picked him up, and we kinda got quiet. It destroyed our whole mood. The night became one of those chilly nights when you stay in the corner and talk stuff with your friends while everyone parties. At some point we were talking about the incident, when a girl told us she heard the guy had a small pee-pee. Like, really small. To his credit, she said she never saw it, but she heard of it and he has a small pee-pee energy anyway. Long story short, we all got tipsy and started loudly making fun of him. I can't really remember exactly what we said, but we were laughing hysterically and he was so obviously hurt about it, it was hilarious. We were laughing so hard. I know at some point someone picked up one of those fish crackers and said, "Yo, you dropped this," and we all lost it. It didn't even make sense. Everything was just so freaking funny that it didn't have to. Were we jerks? Maybe, but damn, it was sweet revenge. And with that, we end today's video. Let me know what you think about the stories. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the stories and today's video? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Bye bye.